This video is going to be about the periodic table. So you've probably all seen the periodic table before. It's one of the most famous pictures of science, really. And what it does, it's really just a way of organizing all the elements. It organizes all the elements. And remember, we've learnt before that elements are all the different types of atoms that we can find in the universe. So the reason that scientists came up with the periodic table is because classifying things and arranging them is really important and useful. Classifying is useful. Think about you classify and you organize all your school books and all your work. So you have everything in a certain book or a certain folder, which keeps it organized. And we also classify living things. Remember, there are 5 main kingdoms, and we group living things to make it easier to understand them and to talk about them. So it's the same for elements. So let's look at a few more details in the periodic table. We can see there's lots of information. There's numbers all over the place and lots of details, but we'll just look at the main bits of information to start with. So let's start right at number 1. We can see at the top left here, we've got hydrogen. So hydrogen is element number 1. And then we can follow it all the way down to the bottom right with element 118, which is oganesson. And oganesson was only just given a name in the last few years. Previously, it didn't have a name because we can only make it in a lab. We don't actually find these bottom elements down here. We don't find them in nature at all. So we can see, as we read the periodic table from left to right, just like a book, and then we go down to the next row, we can see the numbers go up by 1. So that tells us the periodic table, it's arranged from the smallest atoms, because hydrogen atoms are the smallest, all the way up to oganesson atoms, which are the biggest.